Hey guys, welcome back to Germangirlinlondon, episode 6 million or something, I'm not even sure. Today's video is about British slang and how easily it's to misunderstand it. I've lived in the UK for over 4 years, and let me tell you that it took me at least 2 years to know most of the British slang words that people use all the time. I mean, there's British slang words that I still wouldn't know because people don't commonly use it all the time, or at least not the people I'm around. But there's definitely a few that are so common that British people don't even realise when they use them, and that it leaves foreigners like me confused. So I thought I'm going to collect a few of those words or phrases that people here use a lot that you wouldn't know if you're not British. I learned English in Germany and the US, so I know a bit of like American slang if you want, but British was completely new to me. And obviously there is a lot of words that are different too, like in America it's a trunk, in the UK it's a boot. I'm making a whole video about that at some point next week. Will be up someday, I don't know yet, but there are so many of those anyway. But that's not what I'm getting to today. Today's all about actual phrases and just words that American English does not have. So let's go. So the first one that really threw me off is this sentence. Yes, you're reading right. I'm so pissed. Now, to me, that meant I am so angry or annoyed. So it was just weird because it was really out of context. I was in a pub with someone and we were having a really good time, you know, and they just said, "Oh God, I'm so pissed." And I was like, what did I do? Like, And it turns out being pissed in the UK means you're drunk or tipsy, not that you're angry. How would I have known? I just wouldn't have. So that was such a relief to learn that because weird. Next word. I'm going to put it in a sentence. I'm so chuffed. Chuffed. What does it mean? The context it was in was someone told me, "Oh my God, I got what I wanted for Christmas. I'm so chuffed." Are you glad? Are you happy? Are you sad? What? So chuffed actually means that you're really, that you feel achieved about something almost, that you're like really glad, really happy about something. Like, "Oh my God, I don't have to go to school tomorrow. I'm so chuffed. Like, I'm dead chuffed." It's just a very British thing to say. And yeah, I say it now. Chuffed. The next one, that's mint. I think they say that more in the north, but I do hear it quite a bit. It just means that's good, like that's great, that's so mint, that's dad mint. Oh my God, that's dad mint. That's another one. Then there's a really famous one, which is cheeky. Gonna have a cheeky Nando's. Cheeky just means, it's really hard to describe. Like let's say you're on a diet and you're having some chocolate pudding, you would have a cheeky chocolate pudding, or you're going for a cheeky lunch. Because cheeky kind of means like naughty in a way, like you're not really meant to have it. It's like something that you do for yourself, or like if you, for example, if you queue jumped, that would be a cheeky thing to do. Or if you just took someone's drink, that's cheeky. If you just like do something you're not really meant to do, but it's kind of alright, it's a cheeky thing to do. They love that word here, they use it a lot. Then we have full on. Full on is just used for everything. Man, that's so full on. That's full on weird. It's just like a word to emphasize on something. Like, it's not just weird, it's full on weird. Full on. Just kind of does what it says on the tin. It's just full on, it's just more. It's just like another way to put more meaning behind something. I'm so angry. I'm full on angry. Then we got knackered. I'm so knackered. Just kind of means that you're like tired and exhausted. Like, oh, I got in at 10 last night. I'm so knackered. I went out late. I'm knackered. I'm knackered after this gym session. Even though knackered to me kind of sounds more like drunk, but it's not that. Then we got gutted. I'm so gutted. Oh, gutted basically means you're sad or disappointed. Like they cancelled the concert. I'm so gutted. Or I couldn't make it to see my friend. I'm gutted. I'm so gutted that you're just gutted about things that you find sad or that didn't happen the way you wanted them to. This word is just funny. Gobsmacked. Could have many meanings, but gob in British English means your mouth. So if you're gobsmacked, you're like, someone is gobsmackingly beautiful. Like they're so pretty that you're like feeling gobsmacked. It's cheesy, really. Next up, in a jiffy. This one, you can the first time I heard it, I kind of knew what it meant because someone said, I'll be back in a jiffy. It kind of means like in a little bit, like in a few minutes. I'll be back in a sec, but I'll be back in a jiffy. It's just such a it's like British phrases just seem to me like really cutesy, like kind of hilarious, like when people say cheerio. Not many people say cheerio, but it's just funny. So yeah, in a jiffy, back in a jiffy, I'll see you in a jiffy, I'll do it in a jiffy. Another cute one is blimey. This is more like a thing that people say on its own. So if you tell them something that they are surprised about, they'll say, oh, blimey. It's basically just expression of kind of surprise, or yeah, surprise is the best way I can describe it. It's really hard to think of a good example. But like blimey also could be like a surprise in a bad way. Like if something bad happened, someone could say, oh no, blimey, that's awful. Or like, it could be a good way too. It could be like, oh, blimey, that's So it doesn't have like a connotation of bad or good, but it's just an expression of being surprised or taken aback. We're going to do two more, and the next one is to take the mickey. Again, it's just such a cutesy way to say something, but it definitely means to take the piss out of someone, which I don't know if that in itself is a British thing to say, but to take the mickey is just to take the piss, basically. Yeah. You could have taken the mickey out of you, so someone's making fun of you. Or if you take the mickey, then people are asking you if you are, like, are you serious? Like, are you taking the mickey right now? Are you taking the piss right now? Like, what are you for real? That's what it means. It's just, again, so cute. Taking the mickey. So the last one that I have is hunky-dory, which is such a cute thing again. There's actually a vintage shop on Brick Lane called Hunky-Dory, I think. And hunky-dory just means, like, well or fine. So a conversation could be like, how are you? How is it going? You could be like, oh, everything's going fine, it's all hunky-dory. British English is so funny. So yeah, I hope these words helped you to make a great British conversation when you come to the UK. You can use all those words and you won't be surprised if someone starts to ask you for a cheeky Nando's or tells you how chuffed they are about something, so you'll be better prepared. I hope you enjoyed this video. I have loads of videos like this in a playlist, which I will link below. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye. So it's on the L, and I guess I don't, because in German it's Hotel, so even in German it's on the EL, so maybe it's like a kind of Inception thing where you think because it's another language it should be pronounced differently.